Heck, after a loss like the one he had Sunday is
a four-man rush over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams. Who are watching Arizona and the Rams on first down into the end zone. Breece Hall. Hurts, who's airing it deep, looking for Devontae Smith. Underthrown, broken up. The Jets defense delivers again.
Is this a type of week where you kind of lean on the guys a little bit more and try to put a little bit extra more pressure on them, or is this one where you just say, you know what, let's just focus on the Dolphins and just move on?
All weeks, all the weeks we want to go about our preparation the exact same way. It's always about that. I think that what happens, you set a standard of what you want the week to look like, and we don't try to make them guess like this week's more important this week, or not saying you're saying that, and I'm trying to answer your question the best I can. But it's business as usual. We had some hard conversations today as coaches. We had some hard conversations from together as a team to make sure that we got better from this game, and then when Wednesday comes in, we'll be all focused 100% on Miami, and we know they're a good football team, and we got to be ready to go.
Mike, I know you talk about respecting the opponent. Last couple of weeks, though, on paper, obviously the opponent was on paper inferior. That's not going to be the case this week facing a Philly team. How much does that change, you think, the mindset of a team preparing, knowing what's ahead with the quality of the opponent and having to do that on the road on a Sunday night?
No, I think so much of football is, you're playing an opponent, but, it's individualized to the particular team. But I spoke to the team today. The game will probably garner more attention from outside the building for sure. Considering I'm still waiting to have a question about Carolina Panthers defense or offense. Still waiting? No? Okay. And we already got one on Philly this week. But I think it's really hard to turn it on for good teams. I think you're already behind the 8 ball if all of a sudden you're going to say, all right, now we got to work hard. That's why it was everything to me how we approached last week in terms of making sure that we're at the stage of a development as a team to worry about ourselves. This week will be no different in terms of that. Having said that, me personally, I get so fired up to play. I think Philadelphia Eagles are one of the best teams in the National Football League, and when you're trying to be your very best, you want to play the best. So I know all of our guys will be excited for that, but I think if they hadn't prepared adequately for the Carolina Panthers, they would have lost yesterday. You don't all of a sudden turn it on when you're down 14-0. They were prepared. They have some good players, made some good plays, and but the bottom line is each and every week you have to put your best foot forward, or you're going to find out the hard way the type of results that lends.
That's a 13-0 lead for winless Carolina.
And Tua gives Mike McDaniel a lot of credit for his ability to turn things around in the NFL.
There's no question in my mind how everybody's going to respond. I think we have a building full of fierce competitors. And anybody, when you lose a football game, it sucks. The amount of work and effort that you put in to prepare throughout the week and ultimately when it does not go your way, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. And, I think Nick always talks about this as well. It's it's very healthy to drag yourself through the mud in these situations and really take a deep look within. And I think the first thing is everybody's okay, what could I have done better? And I think that's a very, very natural reaction. I think that's the correct reaction. And I know everybody in this building feels like there was something that they could have done to prevent that outcome. And, I think for us as an offense, it's really about how we respond. And I know we have a great group of men in this building, a great group of leaders on offense that'll respond the right way.
As Mike McDaniel's offense evolved from the Shanahan template in San Francisco?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think every year everybody evolves a little bit, and he's done a great job evolving, and he's doing some new things with some motions and things like that put different conflicts on defenses. And so he's for sure evolving from it, and there's some core tenets in there in terms of the run game and what they want to do and how they want to attack us. And even in some of their drop back pass game, there's some core tenets in. He's done a really good job of evolving to his players. He's got a fast team, and he's got a lot of playmakers there that can stretch the field vertically and horizontally and make plays after they get the ball in their hands or downfield. And so he's added some tools there as well. So I think he's done a good job evolving, and some of the core principles are still there. And I wouldn't say it's a mismatch, but one thing that we always want to pride ourselves on defense is playing physical. And in my experience, even going back to my days at Temple and we're coaching special teams, speed can hurt you, but physicality can hurt speed. And so we want to be able to try to counteract that. We want to be able to swarm the ball carriers and run and make sure we're around the ball as much as we can be and bring in a lot of bodies around the ball, to try to get back to creating some turnovers and getting the ball out as well.
This year, Garrett Wilson back on the field in motion, and on first down, nowhere to go at the 47 of Philadelphia. Wilson, pressure comes, in trouble.
The broadcast all the time about Tua's ability to hold defenders, look them off, move guys. I just wanted to hear from your perspective how valuable that is and how that makes this offense go in a sense.
For when you're trying to play timing type football, it's imperative that you have to, sometimes guys are in zones that you don't want them to be in for you to throw on time. So that ability, not only is it good for opening up windows, but it also really helps you get the answers to the test and where to go with the ball. Because if guys aren't responding to your vision within the timing that you're used to, then you can replace them with a check down or an outlet or progress throughout the progression. So to be confident to get past the ball against zoning defenses, it's absolutely a critical. All the teams that have quarterbacks that do well with drop back passes, those teams have quarterbacks that are able to manipulate zoning defenders because defenses get paid too, and they generally work a lot at zones and how to orchestrate them. So to be able to know where everybody is on the field and be able to trust that and to be able to manipulate defenders to try to get open windows, it's a huge part of his game that makes that is one of the reasons he's so productive, really.